Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians.
Today's song is a request from one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. This is from One Chance Again. He suggested one of the songs from that game, Clair Obscur, I guess, from Expedition 33. We listened to one of the other songs a few weeks ago. We can put a link for you guys, and we loved it actually. It was so beautiful, even though we didn't understand much about the lyrics because it was not in English. I think it was French, but then some people said it's a mixture of some French and some other language that is like a made-up language. I'm not sure though, so I don't want to put any labels on this. But this one, he sent us two versions. The first version that he wanted us to listen to, the one that we are gonna do, is the one that they did in the award ceremony a month ago. So that's what we're gonna do, because apparently he said there's an orchestra there. And then he also sent us the original version just for us to listen to. So that's why we chose the orchestral version or the live version of it, since also the last one we listened to was the studio version or the official recorded version. I think he mentioned that this is a tiny bit shorter. I think there are some changes for this one, but no matter what, we just wanted to listen to it live, and then we can always go and listen to the studio version after that. I have a feeling this is also in French because of the title. And I don't have much about it to say, because I don't know the game, so I'm sure that a lot of you, if you know the game, you know what exactly the storyline is. I feel like it has maybe it's super close to what is happening in the game. I also didn't know that musics for games are such a big deal, that they have awards, until a few weeks ago, when we listened to that one. And then you told me that, yeah, games actually making music for games is a huge category, and it gets a lot of attention. And it's also very maybe competitive, because apparently they have awards, and they won this. And I think this is the award ceremony. So I would say let's just go ahead and watch, and we'll try to make sense of it, even without knowing anything about the game or the story of the game, but we'll try our best. Oh, the visuals are so beautiful.
Arrête de m'aimer.
Je t'aimerai toujours.
Lâche ce pinceau qui te s'étoile.
Je prendrai toujours.
Arrête de prendre.
Lâche le pinceau qui te s'étoile.
Let's go, just pause it, because I think there's no good place to pause. I don't know what to do. It just felt like it just started, and it's going, maybe I guess because it's a live version, so they rearranged it. It kind of gave me that feeling that it's maybe some parts are shortened, in the maybe introduction or something. But that's a huge production, first of all. Like it kind of like unraveled as we went. Like it was like just the two of them, and then we saw the orchestra, and then the choir, and then this guy came. I was like, oh my god, wow, that's so cool that we hear all these layers up to this song.
Well, yeah, first of all, from the first second, with all these flowy instruments that they were like making an atmosphere, it was feeling otherworldly from the first second, and they were like exactly, I could, even if I didn't know, I could really imagine that it's a game soundtrack, because the game soundtrack, I didn't listen to so many of them, but the ones that I listened to exactly would perfectly make this like otherworldly and like environment or atmosphere, with the flutes, with the harp, and everything that sounds otherworldly. And I have to say, until now, the whole thing for me was, I was loving this contrast between this really soft and I don't know, maybe feminine, but not in a weak way, in a very soft way, because feminine voice can also be like very strong, feminine, angry thing, but like with a very, I don't know, maybe feminine is not the right word for it, but with very soft and delicate voice of hers, in contrast to his voice, the male singer voice. Because in the beginning I was like, oh, she has a very delicate voice, and I was expecting him also to have a little like this otherworldly and soft voice, but he exactly immediately from the beginning started with a very strong, like more like operatic voice. And then in even the second part, he was putting this raspiness and this angry thing to it. And then also with the guitar electric that they came, when they came, it was like exactly this angry, more like direct sound. And it was all in contrast to her really delicate voice. And I was the whole time was paying attention to this contrast and how interesting it sounds.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, I'd say let's go and see what happens here. The heat wave of this song is like the most like watched part is, I think, when the electric guitar comes in, because it's like low, 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 low. That's how he go up, which is interesting.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
What are the?
Wow.
Oh, funny. I think the scene that they did like something. It was something like that. Maybe it has also something to do either with games in general. I feel so clueless in this area, or this specific game. But I have to say the whole song was felt like a trio to me. Woman singer was like more a soprano part, and from the color, not from the regis. Maybe sometimes
Yeah.
they would change the places, but from the color, it felt like it was soprano. And then the male singer was carrying the bass part, and then the electric guitar was like something in the middle, like a tenor or something, and it was like a trio that it was like this, and then the gaps, all the gaps was filling with the guitar, because they mostly were playing also or singing the same melody like each other, and the orchestra behind them was like creating this whole big and otherworldly atmosphere the whole time.
It's interesting that you mentioned like the contrast both in the first time, and then you mentioned like a three-part kind of like trio between the voices, because I feel like it's kind of like represents the title, which I think it means like the chiaroscuro. I don't know again how to say it in English either, but the technique of like using the lights and then the shadows in painting. I don't know if it has anything to do with painting the song, but I feel like just having like a subject and then like having the shadows of it, it kind of reminded me of that, the way that they arranged it. Again, I have no idea it has anything to do with the song, but based on the duet part of it, especially between the singers, it really felt like it, because the melody was kind of similar, but then they were doing it with their own characters, and then the guitar like in the middle. So it felt like one big painting that we are looking at, and the orchestra is kind of like the background of the painting, and then we are looking at like a subjects with different shadows. I don't know much about painting either, so I don't know if that's the right I mean, I know what chiaroscuro is, but I don't know if that's what they meant in this one. Yeah, so that was very interesting. We would love to know a little more about the story of the song, or like the backstory of what is happening. I know it might be long, so maybe we're gonna search on it like on our own time. You guys don't have to comment, but that was very interesting. So in general, to see like how the characters kind of come alive in this performance, because you could see the visuals, and I think they were the characters in the game, and then having them, I guess if you're like really a gamer or like a big fan of that game, you would really like enjoy it even more. But from the music standpoint, that was very, very interesting to listen to. So thank you, Von Chance, for suggesting this, and thank you guys for watching it. We hope you enjoyed it as well. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and drop your comments below. If you want to support us more, there's a buy me a coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye.